You know that feeling when you check a price and think, wait, wasn't this cheaper last year? That's inflation, and everyone hates it. Your money buys less every year. It feels like someone's picking your pocket in slow motion. So why can't the government just stop prices from rising? Like, just make everything cost the same, forever. Zero inflation. Problem solved, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Because if inflation stopped tomorrow, something much worse would begin. Let me explain why and how. Imagine you're saving up for a new phone. It costs $500 today. But in a zero inflation world, you know it'll cost $500 next month too. Maybe even less, since technology always gets cheaper. So why would you buy it today? You wouldn't. You'd wait, and so would everyone else. Now imagine that happening across the entire economy. Cars, houses, coffee machines, everything. Suddenly, nobody's buying anything. Businesses see their sales drop off a cliff. They have products sitting on shelves collecting dust, but their bills don't stop. Rent is due, electricity is due, paychecks are due. So they need to cut costs fast. The smart move would be to lower everyone's salary by 5% and keep them employed. But here's the thing, people don't work that way. You can freeze someone's pay and they'll grumble but stay. You can even fire them and they'll understand it's business. But cut their pay? That's war. Economists call this wage stickiness. Salaries go up easy, but they almost never go down. So the business can't cut wages, which leaves only one option: layoffs. You're out. Now you have zero income instead of a slightly smaller income, which means you're definitely not buying that phone now, or anything else for that matter. So businesses lose even more customers, which leads to more layoffs, which leads to less spending, which leads to more layoffs. This is called a deflationary spiral, and it's one of the scariest things that can happen to an economy. Japan lived through this for almost 30 years. They called it the lost decades. Prices barely moved, but nobody was celebrating, because wages didn't grow either. Jobs disappeared, innovation stalled. The whole country felt stuck in economic quicksand. Now add debt to the picture. Let's say you took out a loan for $20,000. In a normal economy, with a little inflation, that debt gets easier to pay over time, because the dollars you earn tomorrow are worth slightly less than the dollars you borrowed yesterday. But in deflation, it's the opposite. The $20,000 you owe becomes more valuable. It's like the loan is growing heavier every month. People default. Businesses go bankrupt. Banks panic and stop lending. Credit freezes. Investment stops. The whole economy just locks up. So that's why central banks don't aim for zero inflation. They aim for 2%. 2% is the sweet spot. It's high enough to keep the engine running, but low enough that it doesn't burn your wallet too fast. That 2% creates just enough discomfort to make you think, I should probably buy this now. And when everyone thinks that, money keeps flowing. Businesses stay open. People keep their jobs. The system works. It's also a release valve for wages. If your company can't afford raises, but inflation is 2%, your real pay drops slightly without anyone having to fire you. It sounds sneaky, but it prevents mass unemployment. So yeah, inflation sucks. Watching prices creep up every year is frustrating, but it's not a bug in the system. It's the oil that keeps the gears from grinding to a halt. The alternative isn't stable prices, it's economic collapse. So the next time you see that coffee price go up 50 cents, you can be annoyed. But you can also know that tiny increase is part of what's keeping the whole economy alive.